Good morning, baby. It's the Dog Rising Show. Well, the Dog Rising Show. Well, the Dog Rising Show. I'm Dog Rice. I just, come on, man. Good morning. How you doing? This is me. Yeah, once a week. Yes, you can expect to see me at least once a week. Yeah, here's the reason why. You know, we went through the hand gate. The hand gate fiasco. I don't know, you put your hands a certain way, they tell you you're a part of the Illuminati. Thoughts, camera, action. Man, I tried to get some traction. Boy, I did everything I should do to get his attention, and he just blew on by me, which is probably best for both of us, as I took it quite personally when he tapped the Watchman and Deborah. I thought that was quite low. And so occasionally I will show what I do, my face, this place. Also, please remember, if you didn't check it out, we got PDFs people seem to like. Got some people that are ordering them. We went over Edom, Esau, the whole question of who they are. And I recommend those two shows. Watch those two and see how it goes. All right. I'm Doug Rice. How you doing? I do a show 6 days a week now. 6 days. Sunday through Friday. Rest on the Sabbath, Saturday, right? My deal. I don't know. It's just how I feel. And I am a writer. I'm a writer by trade, a speaker. Some people listen to what I say. But I write, and I write Negro prose. And maybe you've even read some of those. I don't know. But I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Threads, I'm on Oh, wait, Twitter is no longer Twitter. It's dead. I forgot who is who. Anyway, how are you? Good. It's Sunday. It's 10:02. It's the 3rd of September, 2023. Yeah, the time is flying right past me. All right. Anyway, so here's what I do, folks. On these particular efforts, on these days, I stick with the original format that got me on this way. 7 topics. Now, today I took a photo of the 7 topics. I just said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and send those out there, put them in the universe, and see what lands. I suppose it was accepted as it should be. I hope you enjoyed. Just give you a little reveal. All right. So after we take care of these 7 topics, we're going to go into some Negro news. Now, maybe you're not up to speed. Why do I do this? Why do I do this now 6 days a week? Well, I'll tell you. Primarily because I want you to get that goddamned grin off your faces while you're out there milling about in public places. Why? I'll tell you why. The grin on a Negro sends a horrible message. I mean, it really does. I mean, they're out there and they receive that message of passage. They receive it as comfort, acceptability, and that's just not the way this should be. There is no acceptance. When did we stop looking for the exits? And our smile makes no connection to that circumstance. And so every given chance I'm given the opportunity to, I'm telling Negroes like you to get that goddamned grin off your faces. We are no longer interested in their good fucking graces. I mean, we're not. And it's about time we woke up and smelled all the coffee they're boiling straight to hell. Yeah, folks, I got a story to tell, but we're going to do this the right way. We're going to do 7 topics. Because that's what I say. All right. Anyway, you like what you see, please support this effort. This is the office. This is the bike. Now, why is the bike back there? Why is the bike back there? I'm always ready to go. I got the go bag behind the bike. I'm ready. Listen, you be ready too. And we're talking about going on foot. We're talking about that nomadic move. It's my understanding that this whole virus fiasco is returning. It's making a new showing. I've heard of folks getting ill here and there, and I've also heard that the government, headed by Joe Biden, Crime Joe Bill, that they will mandate for those who get ill, that thing there, that jab they put in your person. And I can tell you right now, it's only going to get worse. Yeah, it is only going to get worse. And so I've told my wife, I've told everyone I know, if they come at me with that jab, I got to go. I'm not even going to second guess it. I mean, I'm just going to readdress it. I don't know. I'm going to leave. I don't know. If they're going to knock at your door and tell you and stick out your arm, what else are you going to do? Because you better sound the alarm. All right, we'll save some of this for the show. How's everybody doing? You in church? You in church? Get the hell out. Get out of church. I hope that you have me on speaker. I hope that I'm loud. I hope I make the whole uncomfortable crowd more uncomfortable. Shit, if you're sitting there in front of the pool pit listening to the bullshit, get out. Now you see me. All right, here we go. So here's how we do this. Here's how we go through this. We have an anchor topic. A topic that I think will open the door for more discussion. Now, you folks need to discuss amongst yourselves. I've got Katrina and I've got Antoine Anderson who are guarding the doors. And trust me, they are very, very litigious in what they do. I mean, they're not going to take you to court. just going to make it sweet and short. You're out of here. So if you are an oppressor, if you get in your feelings, if you are a Black American, you know, and, you know, your mind starts reeling, just exit yourself stage left and be gone. Because I'm going to keep going on and on. All right, let's do it. Here we go. All right, let's do it. Okay. Our Negro nobility. Our Negro nobility. You know what? I've been thinking about this. And here's why. King Charles, the King of England, the King of his tribe, dictated that his grandson be put in a vehicle and publicity shots be taken, and this was overridden at the objection of Prince William, who was overridden by the king. I mean, well, you know, it's good to be the king, right? I mean, if you're going to be king, you know, this is what you're king for. So he did this, and so I think to us as Negroes and who we truly are. I mean, the least that you are on this planet, if you are a Negro, is royalty. You are of noble birth, no matter what anyone else might think you're worth. And that is a stalwart fact. And that's that. I mean, consider if we considered one another as noble, as royalty, as they do with their nobility, I would say, you know, you need to own it, accept it, declare it if you have to, make a connection if you're forced to. Because the last thing they want is you to think well of you. I mean, you got to think about that. In every respect, anytime a Negro says something of good regard about themselves in the hearing of our oppressor, it seems to trigger them in an abject way to make us somehow feel lesser. And our Negro nobility is a real thing. They have stamped it out of us. They've pushed it into nothing. And they hate that we know that we are royal Negroes. They don't like that. And think of how it chaps their hide whenever they hear us, you know, prescribe royalty to our royal station. It does a lot to this Negro nation. All right, let's just continue. We are descendants of kings and priests and judges. This is the truth. Now, look, it was a conspiracy to make us forget who we are. And it's more than just being Judah. It's more than just being the descendant of great biblical characters like King David, you know, all these individuals, Solomon, that they take credit for being. And all that, what I'm seeing points to us as those individuals. And that fact is no longer indivisible. It is a fact, in fact, and there it stays. Listen, think about how we treat each other these days. Think about how Negroes consider one another. And if there were a rant of sorts that went out throughout our community reporting that we, in fact, are of royal lineage. I mean, if it were just passed through the entire Negro community, what would it do to increase Negro unity? I think at this point, I think it's up to the Creator to really get the attention of Negroes later. But for now, let's at least ponder somehow that we are truly of Negro nobility. Maybe it'll strengthen our agility. All right, let's just stop. That's enough. Next. All right, yeah, we are royalty. We are, listen, you don't believe, listen to me, here's the deal. You don't believe we're royalty? Okay, I'll tell you what you do. Go up to the nearest oppressor, that melanin-challenged, you know, sun-resistant, straight-haired, blonde-haired, blue-eyed individual of common association, and you tell him, looking that individual in the eyes, that you are of royal lineage, and see what they tell you. See what their reaction might be. Test this theory, and maybe you'll see. Next! All right, we're done. Next one. All right, here's what I'm finding today recently, but I understand it's been a stalwart, you know, in history. Words are powerful, people. You can control the trajectory of your very life with the words that you come out of your mouth. It is an amazing fact. Now, what you declare, beware. What you declare, beware. Be cautious about what you allow to come out of your mouth about you somehow. Always frame it in the positive, never in the negative. Always. It's true. They are very, very powerful. The repetitive becomes reality. And so I recently kind of did a little bit of experiment in this place. And the results were astonishing and right in my face. The more you confirm a thing with your voice, the more you have far less of a choice of that thing not coming to fruition. And it's usually by, well, your own volition. But words are very powerful. And I suggest that you reaffirm the positive always and cancel out whatever negative that you allow come out of your mouth in so many ways, of course. Think of how words are associated with us in this spiritual walk. God's word, that written word, the spoken word, the ones we talk, and of course, the living word. That being Yeshua, the Messiah. I guess, I don't know, maybe some of you don't believe in the Messiah, but I can't deal with that. Very, very interesting what you can do with the words that come through your open orifice. I can tell you, be cautious. Be very, very careful about what you say specifically about yourself, your future, and how you go about your way. Remember that there's something listening to everything you say, and it may not be something that has your best interests at heart. I'm just saying. Moving on. They are extremely, extremely powerful. And listen, I'm going to tell you, you know, I read these PDFs to you, and I sense what you guys get from what I'm reading. And some of what I see and some of what I discover may even be some of what I needed. I see that. The recent reading that we have, the Who is Edom / Esau, Edom. I may continue that PDF. You know, that's a pretty good one. Again, I got plenty left. If I can just segue right into a promo, well, hey, it's just the way I'm going to go. Folks, listen, I don't do this just on the dime. I gotta somehow pay for me and mine, and I'm hoping that you see that we got rare PDFs for folks that look at me. And just to give you a few titles, here we go. Orwellian propaganda used by white society. I mean, I'm just not a religiously inclined. If you look deep, you might find some of this stuff is just what you need. And it is available for donation for you to read. I like that. We're coming together, aren't we? We coming together? Okay. So look upon the donation list there. Let's look upon and get the gist there of all that I have available. That's just a drop in the bucket, folks. I mean, we've got over 120 PDF files. I just like these. They kind of make me smile. When you talk about the secret relationship between blacks and Jews. Let me tell you something, folks. That's an interesting one to peruse. Now, that is from the Nation of Islam, but they believe that we are of the tribe of Judah, which is odd. So many folks in there. All right. Anyway, so there we go. There you see on the Doug Rice Show, the PDF donation rate of fine calculation, and it's available to anyone within the Negro Nation. All right. I think we segued well into that, don't you? Okay. All right. Let's move on. Next. Till kingdom come. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. See, look, I try to justify how I get by, you know? And I think that leading with that is just where it's at. Till kingdom come, you know? That's just, look, you move forward with that in mind. Right? You put the kingdom first. So everything you do, you know, if it doesn't matter if I'm, you know, doing this for anyone, doing this for you, it doesn't matter. You put the kingdom first. You say, till kingdom come, almost in every verse. I can substantiate this. Just give me a few. Till kingdom come. You know, they're empty words to most people. They don't mean anything. I mean, you know, they're in church today, reciting the Lord's Prayer, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. They don't mean that all the same. They don't mean that. They don't want the kingdom to come, because if the kingdom comes, it means they might have to run. I mean, this is just the truth. Some folks are doing stuff on the rest of the week that would shock you. If God's kingdom comes, well, you better be prepared to walk away from everything and prepare to be scared as well. That's the reason I'm always staying packed. That's the reason that Antoine Anderson is giving away go bags. Because till kingdom come is the way we should all live. And I think we should also find a way to give. All right, folks. Antoine Anderson is putting together go bags. Now, go bags are bags that are just bags that keep you, you know, try to keep you alive for a few days before you can find another way to survive in other ways. And he's got a giveaway that he'll be putting together shortly. And I am simply waiting for his report. See? We just keeping going and going and doing okay. Till kingdom come. Listen, no choice is the bad choice. Listen, if you're for the United Snakes of America hissing right in your face, Negroes, then I bid you fond farewell and go. But if you're a conscious, woke individual that understands this country is broke and not indivisible, they are not one nation under any groove, and it is time for Negroes to get ready and move. Till kingdom come. I mean, you know, it's a thing. Listen, I was content to staying here. I was content to not, you know, moving and pursuing the doing. But I now understand we got to leave this land. We got to get out of here, man. It is done. It's over. All they left to do is roll over. Next! All right, I'm trying to clip through the topics as quickly as possible. You tuned in, relax. God's righteous hatred. God's righteous. You know, they're trying to cancel hatred. They are trying to cancel hatred for a reason. There is hatred that is permitted in specific season, and God's hatred specifically is permitted. And it depends, of course, on the sins committed. But we touched on this with Esau and Edom. Remember that? And God hates them. Yeah, perpetually, continually, continuously. We read this. There is a hatred that is righteous. We hate what and who God hates as Negroes. And when we talk about God, we're talking about the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the God that has hair of wool, skin of burnt brass, that Almighty God. The rest can kiss my ass. Okay. God's righteous hatred. You know, you got to hold on to that firmly. Seriously, I understand what they're attempting. They're attempting this cancellation of anything that criticizes or even glides toward the hatred for any specific reason. And let me tell you, folks, there are reasons to hate. And it's no joke. These are interesting times we're living in, we need to look specifically at who is thriving and who is not, who intends on surviving and who does not. And we can focus on the righteous hatred of God, because basically that's all we got. Next! All right, I'm trying to clip. I'm clipping. It's 10:22. Relax. What else you gonna do? Natives on reservation. I've been wanting to put this one right in front of the Negro Nation. I don't even need notes for this one. So let me ask you, I know that you guys think Negroes are on reservations. I know that some of you think there was all the, the 10 tribes, lost Israel, Judah as opposed. Okay, listen, whether that be or whether that not be, take a listen carefully. Natives on reservation, dear God, let me frame their circumstances for you, because this is very odd. Listen carefully. They claim that we're in the land of the home, brave, free, all that, just, you understand me, right? I mean, I wear this thing because it's just a hat. Don't get in your feelings about that, okay? But natives on reservations speaks so much about this nation. Listen, they came here and genocidally infected the entire nation of natives here residing amongst each other, been here for years. And I need you to understand how they cleared the way, the settlement that they talk about all damn day. They gave pox-ridden blankets to natives to spread death. Well, isn't that creative? I mean, they murdered children and women and kin. They were abhorrently evil in all of their sin. But it's this whole thing about the reservation that really just hooks my craw. Let me tell you, they put them on reservations and they said, stay there. I need you to understand that. I mean, you just listen to that, because they've not moved since the 1800s. They've not moved. They put a people, after they emaciated this people on land, and instructed these individuals to stay there. And then milled about into the country they've now conquered and built all their houses and fences there. And brought in slaves to do the work and work the fields. And I mean, they still remain there to this day. It's real. I mean, consider what this is saying about this country, land of the free, home of the brave. I can only imagine the sacrifice they gave and still do today as they patiently wait. Natives on reservations. Wow, I think I covered everything. That's pretty good. I really didn't. No, they're reserved in their dealings. Let me just tell you how they treat them. Here's how they're feeling. I look at how natives consider the white man. And I understand that Negroes should pay careful attention to them. Let me explain. Have you ever seen the movie, what is it, Hell or High Water? Okay? Chris Pine, very good. A lot of slaughter. But there's a moment in the movie where his brothers met up with a native, and I got to tell you, I salivated because of how this native regarded this creature in front of him. No smile on his face, just seriousness, putting this white man in his place. And how they regard their captors today. I can't tell you, there's a lot I could say, but natives on reservations, they're waiting patiently. You see, when they were told they had 300 years to suffer the conquerors, and that 300 years is almost up. 280 something. Next, I like that one. Share it. Our second Exodus. Let me get this one, because I know everybody's talking about leaving. Shit, I want to leave. I want to leave. But there are a few things that I believe might be pertinent and germane to the conversation, so I want to share them with the Negro Nation. Let me help you. Our second exodus, it's a definite absolute. It's just a matter of charting the route. A few things about leaving that you need to know, and I think just before you decide to go. Now, are you going to be led out or are you leading out? That's a question I need to answer, no doubt. I mean, is somebody going to lead out, or are we being led out? Are you just going to, everybody's willy-nilly going on their own? I don't believe that's the example shown, but to each his own. To each his own. Our second exodus, here's the thing. By God's hand or man's hand, how will he bring us into the fold of this new, yet old circumstance? I mean, I nearly don't want to move and take a chance. But our second exodus, what kind of return? Listen to me, you might learn. Here's the problem, and I talked about this with the moderators. I'm not coming back friendly. See, I notice everybody's going back over to Africa with their arms open. Oh, brother, how are you? Yeah, I'm cool. Get out of my way, fool. This isn't some return of joy and circumstance and pomp. This is me. I'm thinking I'm going over. I might have a bit of a romp because I'm not coming with a smile on my goddamned face. Effectively, I'm coming to simply reclaim our place. And I need you to consider how they want you to be received and how quickly they may not like what you do and ask you to leave. So I'm all about our second exodus. If I can get there, I'll try. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know how cooperative I might abide. I just don't know. I mean, and I think you guys have watched my show. I'm not very receptive to bullshit, Our second exodus. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not coming back in a Negro land like with no goddamn extended hand. I'm coming back with attitude. I'm coming back with a chip on my shoulder. I don't know what. Hey, I've gotten older. What do you want me to say? You want me to lie? I bet one thing. I bet they'll just let me slide by. All right, next and last. Stop cheering. Last. They do not see. They do to me. Boy, they showing their asses, huh? Let me tell you, you can put on and include your glasses. Look, the striking similarities of Nazi Germany and its disparity in turning into a murderous population of an utterly destroyed nation of Aryan Huns. I mean, this is what the German descent comes from. And we have the same examples of the same people leading these people to the same future. And I'm going to say it again, folks. I'm going to say it again. I will not be the Negro who stayed. I will not be the Negro who got played. If I see that they are coming off the rails, I will leave this place without fail. Somehow I will exit, stage right or left. Now, there's preparation, there's prepared, and there's ready to go. But let me just tell you, because I'm going to tell you so. They do not see, but we sure do. And what are they showing to you? Well, it was to me and to you, but okay, I messed it up. What do you want me to do? They do not see that they're turning into a Nazi state of hate. I mean, what they're looking for ain't going to be great. And we know this, folks. The similarities are crazy. It's no joke. I'm ready for their crystal knocked. And I'm going to tell you something. It wasn't January 6th. Now, January 6th, 2021 was a precursor of what they're preparing to be done. And I'm going to tell you, all the pundits I see on TV will run. There will not be a single backboned white male that will stand up in the face of this hatred, and without fail, they will cascade into a past we certainly can look behind and see didn't last. These folks want to do it all over again. They want to relive this neo-Nazi thing. They do not see DeSantis and Trump. They're a cancer. Specifically Trump, I mean, he is masterfully drawing out within this society all the right-wing ideology they need. And to call him into account, his white maleness, that is the mistake being made with so many black faces. He's feeling played. They do not see. They are Nazis. And there will be nothing to stop them. Nothing. All right, folks, that's it for the topics. I hope you did enjoy the topics. My name's Doug Rice, and yes, every Sunday you're going to see my little face sitting here looking at yours. That way you know I'm not using my hand. I come up with 7 topics, I talk about them, I narrate a little about a little commentary, a little bullshit, a little here, a little there, a little wake up, a little get that goddamn grin off your face. Then we peruse the black news for Negroes in this space. Because it's necessary to get the goddamn grin off your face. You see how it all comes together? Next! All right, so let's peruse the Negro news. Let's justify and quantify the reasons that we need to wipe the grin off. I mean, let's just see. I could be, you know, I don't know, I could be not knowing what I'm talking about, but we'll see. I've been hearing about this. What is this about black people and healthcare? What is it that puts in the minds of people that have taken Hippocratic oaths to protect life, that birth can be dismal for black women? What this hospital is doing to stop that? Well, I don't care. I'm more attentive that birth can be dismal for black women. The pregnant woman was a week and a half past her due date. She had come to the Willowbrook Hospital to be induced a day before, and it was only halfway to the needed dilation. Her mother, grown anxious, knowing that the fever could be a sign of infection. Let's read. As Thomason, worried about her daughter, obstetrician, stepped into the room, laid out the decision, explained the trade-off of cesarean, fears and anxiety understood by the unsettled statistics surrounding birth in the United States. Black women like Mackenzie have been at much higher risk of dying in pregnancy and childbirth than women of other races in the United States, a country where birth is already far more dangerous in many other nations. And so let me just say this, because we're not going to stay on too many topics, too many. This is all about our ability to tolerate pain. That's what this is about, folks, and I hope you hear what I'm saying. For too long, I've heard it, and it's still a known and strong belief that black people somehow can put up with the pain of grief or grief of pain. You know what I'm saying? They can, you know, their pain threshold is above others that consider themselves superior. And so I can assume that in these circumstances, when they hear of a black woman, a Negro woman giving childbirth, their attention to her needs when it comes to pain are far less paid attention to than their white counterparts in the same circumstances. And that's the reason I say commonly, why take your Negro chances? If there's a way to give birth without paying all your worth, well, I don't know. I'd say that's probably the way to go. This is interesting, and welcome to the Doug Rice Show. Interesting After Jacksonville shootings, historically black colleges address security concerns and remain vigilant. Do they really? Do they remain vigilant? Interesting. Yeah, because they're killing us. Before the fatal shootings of 3 black residents in Jacksonville, Florida over the weekend, the gunman, a young white man with swastikas painted on his rifle, pulled into a parking lot at Edward Waters University and began putting on a tactical gear. Students reported him. A campus police officer approached and sped off in his vehicle, having never identified himself. Coward ass. All right, interesting. Shootings dredge up memories of another infamous racist attack in the city near 60 years ago, known as Axe Handle Saturday. In that incident, a mob of Ku Klux Klan members armed with axe handles chased and beat 17-year-old Nat Glover after he left his part-time job washing dishes at a local diner. So, as you can see, wow, what is it on the minds of these people that leads to murderous intent upon seeing a Negro? What is it that's rolling through the minds of these sons of the goddamned Confederacy? Because that's exactly who these beings are. That puts it in their minds that they have permission to end the lives of Negroes when they see fit. Because I'm just about tired of this shit. And you wonder why I implore, why I decry to get that goddamned grin off your faces. Can you see what's happening to us in our own spaces? I mean, and I've heard some people tell me that the Klan no longer exists. I would like you to leave this live if you do not believe the Klan is still alive. Go, get out. Don't speak, don't argue, leave, because the Klan is more alive than you could believe or conceive. Amazing. Next, all right. What do we got? Well, this was just, some topics I leave the fuck alone. There's a reason. Listen, here we go. And I will address that. Takaya Young's family urges the officers' arrest after video show him killing the black pregnant woman. Well, how dare you have a video showing him do it and demand that he be arrested? I mean, what are you doing? Are you trying to, is it the system you tested? I don't know. What are you trying to do? What do you think? There's going to be accountability? There's going to be a stand your ground. There's going to be a law enforcement, some sort of technicality. They don't give a damn about Negro life. I'm not talking about black life. Stop that. When they kill someone black, they're mistaking that individual for a Negro. If you see that they don't have a favorable opinion for, let's say, a Hamite, it's only because that Hamite more likely looks like a Negro. You see, they all conspire together against us, Negroes. Just us. All of them. So, you need to understand, it's not black life they have no care for. It's Negro life. I'm just, all skin folk ain't kin folk. That's right, we said. Moving on. So DeSantis is still at it, folks. Listen, very interesting. This guy's a joke. Judge rejects DeSantis' congressional map empowering black voters. And thank you so much, Judge, to empower us for more nothing, for more bullshit, for more nothing getting done, for more ignoration, for more marginalization, mitigation, for all the shit they'll never do for Negroes in this nation. But he's still at it. I mean, can you be more of a fascist than this dude? And of course, we have the negrosity. There it is. It exudes. They just want to make a place in this country. They just want to make a place. They don't see the messages right in their face. It's time for us to leave. There is no grace. We get no quota, if you will. I mean, just stop. Stop. What would happen if we stopped this bullshit, the voting, the thoughts and prayers, the forgiving, the attention to all the details that have no detail in Negro life. What happens if that happens? What happens what happens? Hopefully we'll see one day. I don't know. I'm sorry. I drift. This is the part of the show where we drift a little bit, just so you know. You folks who tuned in, please share, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Oh, dear God. Listen, I'm not going to yell. Pleasant City historic Black community in West Palm Beach holds family reunion. For every one of these family reunions is nice. They are. I love them. Yes, nice. Okay. I want you all to understand there are myriads of cities that have been put underwater that stood as beacons of Black success in this country that white men specifically could not abide. And so I deride these kinds of, just attention and mentions to all that we've accomplished in this country, when in fact, so little has been done in the face of all they've done to make us run. And this is just the truth. For every historic edifice that they love, I can just imagine how many have been just torn down by the steel glove of these folks. You need to look up Black towns underwater. We'll do it one day. Check it out. Moving on. Well, I'll finish when I'm ready. Relax. Get it done. I'm going steady. Got a question. What is this about? Boom. Boom. What's this? UN. This Minneapolis chief wants more Black women to give hunting a shot. Listen, that to me is a shot over the bow of Black men. And I'm not saying that Black women shouldn't shoot. I'm just saying, why Black women? I understand what you need them. Oh, because you're kidnapping them at a crisp rate of 100,000 a year. Is that why you want Black women to be able to defend themselves against being kidnapped? Is that why you want them arming themselves? The divide that they try to place between men and women, Negroes in this country, just continues. And this nice front page ad encourages Black women to be armed. I'm not saying that's not any cause for alarm. I'm saying that, here's what I'm saying on the Doug Rice Show. This Minneapolis chief, I'm thinking, wants more Black women to give hunting a shot. Now, what if this guy wanted to give more Black men? What then? Yeah, so that's why I took a look at this article, because, they're very careful in how they divide. They're very, very careful. And if you just switch a word here and there, and you'll see. You'll see. I'm wondering, anybody want to encourage Black men to pick guns up? No? Okay, let's continue. I'm almost done. I'm nowhere near done. I'm almost done. Look at this. What is? Can I ask what are the ramifications of this print? I like the root. Okay, 18 awful times a Black kid was racially profiled. 18. Judge just declared that 84-year-old Andrew Lester must stand trial for shooting and injuring now 17-year-old Ralph Yar Lester, telling 911 he was in fear of a tall Black man. You still grinning? No? You still grinning? You still... I want you to understand the kid came to the wrong door, was trying to get, I think, his sister or something. There's a lot more to the story, but this guy for a long time was free. And I just imagine if it were me, and a white child came to my door and I just, without warning, let one off. I'm pretty sure I would have immediately taken into custody and arrested. I'm just going to read a little bit more. Wow. So what do we got here? Micaiah Lee, sitting in a car with a firearm in his lap, contemplating suicide when officers approached him and helped him along. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay, next. Sean Bernard, 12-year-old taking out trash, approached by Lansing police officers in a viral video. Cops handcuffed him. Why? Because he had the audacity to take out the goddamn garbage. Don't take out the garbage and be black, kid. What are you doing? That's what I did. Next, Ralph Yard. 16-year-old knocked on the door of Kansas City man, not realizing wrong house. This is the one that was shot through the door. Large and scary. He is a terrifying sight, isn't he? Whoa, kid, slow down. Adrian Murray, how we go? Adrian, 11-year-old, ordered by his mother to call 911. And after boyfriend got into an argument, he ordered everyone to put their hands up, shot him within seconds. Still grinning? Still grinning? Let me tell you something. Amongst ourselves, hey, it's all good. But out there and amongst them, this is the reason you should not grin. Dear God. Here we go. Trayvon Martin. We know Trayvon, 17-year-old, gunned down. Mr. Zimmerman, still around. Sold his gun for more than £1, I might say. And just simply will not go away. There we go. So Tamir Rice. No relation, I believe, unless I missed something I didn't receive. The 12-year-old was shot, killed by officers from Cleveland Police Department in 2014. Playing with a fake gun outside, no warning, no nothing. Now his mother's in mourning, just done. Cyrus Camrick Belton, 14-year-old accused of stealing 4 bottles of water. Fatally shot for that, stealing water. What do you think of that? Huh? They shot this kid because he stole water. Just want you to understand this, folks. Here we go. Ayana Monet Stanley Jones. Hello, ma'am. Beautiful child. Yes. Shot in the head while asleep in grandmother's living room. Botched raid. Officers from Detroit's special response team burst into the apartment, threw a flashbang grenade, fired inside the home, took this beautiful Negro life. Take a look at it. Take a look at it. Still grinning? Okay, let's continue. Paris Moore, 14-year-old, walked out of class after getting in a disagreement with a teacher last year. While walking down the hallway, school officer Bradley Lyle caught Moore slamming him onto the ground headfirst. It just quenched his racist, hateful thirst. Moving on. Mitchell Coleman, last April, 13-year-old, waiting outside Stern School. Cops said he fit the goddamn description of a car burglar. Refused to let him go. Was not a car. I mean, look, I could go on. There's more. There's more, and there's more, and there's more. So when I tell you, Negro, to at least not show your teeth or any kind of grin to accommodate their kind of sin, for God's sake, just bring it the fuck in. Ain't nothing to smile about. They don't like us. And every one of them that grins in a Negro face is just simply out of goddamn place. Next, I'm just saying. They ain't playing. I love this. See, now I'm going to tell you something. See this positivity right here? He received $25,000 in grant. That burns these people. Anything that we get that they don't get yet, let me just tell you, it escapes their net. They don't like that. They don't like this. This isn't, I look at these kinds of situations, folks getting money within this nation, our folks, and it's no time for joy and celebration. We throwing this crap right in their face. They don't like this. They don't like this, but you'll see. I wanted to show you that one. Just stick with me. All right, next. I like that. Just wanted to show that. You look, folks, and maybe you want to get a hold of this here. Feds reached settlement with the Oklahoma bank accused of racial slurs and, of course, denying loans to black people. Denying loans to us, just shits and giggles. Because, they don't want you to have money. But with the same breath, they tell you that you really need to do something about your neighborhoods. You really need to pull yourself up by your goddamn bootstraps, Negroes. But when you go into a bank, especially in Oklahoma, don't expect to get help, though. Still grinning? I didn't think so. Next, I'm just saying, let's just go to the next one. Jobless rate for Black Americans drop as others rise. And there it is right before their eyes. I mean, this is just nails in their psychological coffins, folks. This isn't, I look at this and I think of the reflective nature of the circumstance. I think of the white male that reads that and wants to write a manifesto and get it at. You know what I mean? You know, maybe that's the final straw. Maybe he just lost his job and this is the thing he saw. It put him in the trajectory. I'm done with that. All right. Again, thank you for showing up, tuning in to the Doug Rice Show. I try to give you an hour or so before my voice goes. But very interesting. Every time I try to go, I see something that catches my eye, you know? Yeah, white teen charged with attempted murder after allegedly trying to drown a Black youth. Well now. A white teen has been indicted by a grand jury on attempted murder and assault with a dangerous weapon for allegedly trying to drown a Black juvenile in a pond in Ware, Massachusetts, according to Cape Islands District. The indicted teen, 14 years old. 14, listen, folks, it's their children. It's their goddamn children. They're raising monsters, and don't fucking act like this isn't happening. More and more of this is going on. That children drive hours to suicide in school. The children yell racial slurs during sports events. I mean, this is a lot more dangerous than them just venting. This is seemingly the hatred that's unrelenting. And now we got this clown ass demon. Oh, I could, but I won't. I won't. The indicted teen, 14, who the district attorney said is known to the court. Known to the court. Known to the court means that they are problems, that they're juvenile delinquents, that they're fuck-ups. That's what known to the court means. Met the victim and a third juvenile, a white male at a local pond on July 19th. So they don't even know this person. This is where the hatred is embedded within them by the parenting or lack thereof. After arriving, the indicted teen allegedly picked up a stone, threatened the Black juvenile, just because he don't like Black people, right? Called him a racial slur, the N-word, and the Black victim put on a life jacket, told the other juveniles he could not swim, according to the district attorney. That's all he needed. When the juveniles entered the water, the indicted teen later began to pull on the victim's life jacket, submerge him underwater 4 or 5 times. Look, I can't read too much of this because I can't find no rhymes. You listen up, folks. You think this is a goddamn game with these people? What you think is going on with them? I'm not talking about the ones that grinning and cheesing in your goddamn Negro face every day. I'm not talking about the ones that's your goddamn friends. I'm not talking about that. I don't give a damn about them. They're not on a plane, a car, a train, and getting their fucking ass out here going insane on any one of these parents that raise these demons. You know what they're doing? They're grinning in your goddamn face, pretending they don't see them. And quite frankly, until they turn to the problem, there's nothing I got to fucking say to any of them. I mean, not really. Not beyond what is perfunctory and civil. This exists while we exist. So if you're not going to solve your problem, then we need to leave. I mean, that's the final conclusion, the one I perceive. Because this is what they're raising. I'm going to say it again. They're raising monsters. They're raising demons. I don't know. 14, what is it? What kind of a murderous, maleficent piece of human waste fruits itself at a 14-year-old pace? Fuck these creatures. Moving on. Next. Miles Rowe becomes first Black mayor. Major open wheel I looked at this and was like, we're just dominating everywhere. Dear God. I mean, golf, swimming, yachting, wheelchair racing. Are we just trying to throw them completely under the bus the way to just burst with some violent expression? Dear God, we don't have to excel everywhere and always at all times. Jesus, this is what's going to put the nail in the coffin of these people. We're dominant everywhere. Sorry, don't get your. Yeah, and a little bit more detail on this one. Police report: black teen cried for help as white teen pushed him underwater and shot them. Stay the fuck away from these beings. You don't know what the fuck you're seeing. I'm telling you this. Start fleeing. There is no reason to take a chance on your Negro personage. The stakes too high. I mean, the stakes are too goddamn high, and if their children are doing this, what do you think the parents would do if they found some nondescript black somebody somewhere? There's no telling. So, and again, here's why Trump is yelling. Poor baby, another black woman prosecuted as Trump throwing online tantrum. You see that strength? You look right in its face. There it is. Following allegations by New York Attorney General Letitia James that Donald Trump inflated his net worth by $2.2 billion, the former president took to his social media platform Truth Social to do what he does best, throw a tantrum. This man. I'll tell you why I wanted that read. I want you to look at that, because this is what Donald Trump sees in his nightmares. This is what Donald Trump closes his eyes and envisions in one way or another, male, female. It's the Negro threat that's got him yet. Okay? And look at the look of confidence, the look of you are done, son. These are the reasons they're going to lose their minds this season. I really do. You're fine. This guy's treasonous. Next, I'm just having some fun, y'all, before I get done with the show. And it looks like that I am done, just so y'all know there's no more good news. Just want to make sure I don't leave anything behind. No, I think there's one more I find. Black youth suicide rates have more than doubled since 2007. The author notes that for nearly 2 decades, suffocation has been the most common method of suicide among black youths, ages 0 to 19, followed by firearms. A new research study highlights the disproportionate suicide risk of black youth, especially those who identify as what? LGBTQ. And I'm going to stop right there just for you, because that confusing, misusing delusion of Greco-Roman protrusion in the minds of our youth, there has been no good that has come from us being here. There has been no good that has come from Negroes being held captive in this place. And the evidence of this is constantly put in our face. The connective tissue they had to make that make sense. The whole, black kids killing themselves for the reasons that they portend. I mean, we have no business here amongst these beings being anything other than what we're seeing. We have no claim to any of their fame. And to be here much longer, I think, may drive us insane. All right, that's all I got. Don't drop your phone. Relax. This is my voice. I don't know. I'm Doug Rice. Thank you for tuning in, showing up. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Please like and subscribe and share and comment and all those things. Try to have yourself a good day. Tomorrow is one of their holidays. I'll still be here tomorrow, 10 o'clock anyways. And we're going to cover something, a topic of some sort. I don't know, but I retort. I want you to have a good rest of your day. And now the Doug Rice Show must go away. Good evening, good afternoon, and good night. I'm getting out of here second. All right, here you go. What? Hey, shit. See, it's the off camera, the on camera, the off. Look. Now, tomorrow's a holiday, I know. Some of you don't have work, but you're going to go out anyway. Just show. You know, I get it. Let me ask you, have I not read enough today? Have I not shown you enough today? Do you need me to replay in any way what I say? What's going on? Because tomorrow is not a day that you need to go out there and start playing. You need to listen to the words that I'm saying. You're going to go out there because you got to. You got to shop, you got to drop, you got to, you just can't stop. I understand. But take it from this man, all right? You know you got to go out there in all them open spaces, but if you got to go, do me a favor. Get that goddamn grin off your faces. All right, now I'll see you later. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10.